I just got a message from somebody of the Bartel Theater downtown. It says on their marquee, um, Mae West said, "Come up and see me." Andrew Miller Rhodes accepted her invitation. The idea is that Mae West is in heaven, and Andrew went up there to see her. He died on Sunday. Um, I didn't know him super well, but I called him my uncle, and he called me his nephew. It's very sad, but that's a beautiful effigy. I'm feeling, yeah, tonight it's been a little weird. I don't know if I had too much caffeine today or what, but I just felt anxious and freaked out. I recently, I don't know, I guess because the state of the world, and I feel more and more like I'm in a simulation. And I went and meditated for an hour today, which, sometimes actually makes you more anxious and freaked out because it is a way of confronting your feelings directly. And we spend a lot of time hiding from our feelings and avoiding them. That's why we tune into so much noise like TV and movies and people talking and stuff and constantly being busy. But because it's scary sometimes to confront yourself and reality. Um, but yeah, it feels like we're in a simulation. Um, Maybe that's all right, and it's just we're nearing the end of humanity or something, which is probably good. But it's so weird. I realized the other day that you are more likely to have been born in the last 30 years than at any other point in human history up to, 30 years ago, 1990, I guess. That's fucking weird. So weird. It's like human like progress and population. If this is a graph, this is time, and like this is growth. Like we are like in the like insane upward tick right now because of the Industrial Revolution and its consequences. Everything feels weird. A lot of things feel fake. I recently found out from going to therapy, which I've been doing for years, that well, and through meditating and through trying to be less ironic. I've been trying to be less ironic lately and more serious. But I've figured out that there's this set of like emotions that other people feel that I'm like unable to feel. I'm unable to empathize with people when they have certain feelings, I think. And there's other feelings people have that I like radically over empathize with and feel really intensely and get anxious and scared about. And then, there's like plenty of things that I probably experience at a sort of normal level, but there's all these there's all these times like people have been like saying something or like trying to be emphatic about something, and like I thought they were just joking or something. I thought it was like some big ironic joke and we were all in on it. Even the way I'm saying this right now, it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm being serious. Like I can't believe that I am being serious saying this. It's very weird. But there's these ways of saying and doing things that people would have, and I just couldn't feel anything. And I just thought they were pretending to have an emotion. I thought they were like exaggerating to be funny or something, but I think that they're not. I think that people really feel some of these things, and I'm just unable to feel it along with them. And I think that's just because, I grew up raised by two people, mostly raised by two people who were bipolar, and one had schizophrenia and the other one had dissociative disorder, and this formed the majority of my upbringing. So there's just these extremes of emotion and expression that I sort of tuned myself to. I became tuned to naturally, and now sort of more normal levels of emotion they don't register with me. And this is something that happens to people who grew up in abusive environments, or a lot of times who had like bipolar parents or something, or some kind of trauma around them, is that you see your haptic nervous system like stores emotions, and it's all throughout your body. Like emotions are stored in your body, okay? So if you're growing up used to this like really extremely high level of emotional volatility, you become accustomed to that, and your nervous system perceives that as normal. And then when you grow up and hopefully get out of those, toxic relationships, you normal behavior becomes boring, and so you seek out these toxic relationships that are similar to the ones you grew up in because they feel like home. Even though something can be horrible and extremely traumatic and awful, it to your nervous system it feels normal, or it feels like something, as opposed to more conventional behavior and expressions that feel like nothing. So that's why people often get locked in being in toxic relationships. And so I think that, I'm experiencing the same thing. It's just that now I'm realizing it, and I'm kind of trying to get away from that. And it's very weird right now. I'm in the weirdness phase of it. I'm in the, getting away from the behaviors that feel natural and getting into all these things that feel very unnatural and weird, but which I think are more, I don't know, accurate to reality and potentially more beneficial to me in the long run, and to people in my life. So there have probably been a lot of people, like some of you, who I've probably done really weird things around you, and I just wasn't able to perceive your reaction as like real, or I thought it was a joke or something. So shit's crazy, man. But my life's good, man. Thanks for caring. My life's pretty damn good. Pretty damn good.